Chapter 3 Squares, Square Roots, Cubes and Cube Roots. Content. Section 1 Squares and Square Roots. Section 2 Cubes and Cube Roots. Section 1 Square and Perfect Square. A. Squares and perfect square. The square of a number is formed when the number is multiplied by itself. P squared equal to P times P is read as P squared, or the square of P is equal to P times P. Example, the square of 4 is 16. We write as 4 squared equal to 4 times 4 equals 16. A perfect square is the square of a positive integer. Positive integer. Perfect square. 1. 1 times 1 equals 1. 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. 3. 3 times 3 equals 9. 4. 4 times 4 equals 16. 5. 5 times 5 equals 25, and etc. B. Determine whether a number is a perfect square. A number is a perfect square if it can be expressed as the product of two same positive integers. We can use the method of prime factorization to determine whether a number is a perfect square. Determine whether 36 and 48 are perfect square. 36, 6, 6, 2, 3, 2, 3. 36 equal to 2 times 3 times 2 times 3. These prime factors can be grouped into two identical groups. Thus, 36 is a perfect square. 48, 6, 8, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. 48 equal 2 times 3 times 2 times 2 times 2. These prime factors cannot be grouped into two identical groups. Thus, 48 is not a perfect square. C. Relationship between squares and square roots. Square roots is the reverse process of square. 8 square 64. Square root 8. We can state that the square of 8 is 64. Thus, the square root of 64 is 8. By using the symbol of square root, we write 64. The symbol of square root equal 8. We read as square root of 64 is 8. Example 1. Complete each of the following. 13 times 13 equals 169. Thus, the square root of 169 equals the square root of 13 times 13 equals 13. 8 times 8 equals 64. Thus, the square root of 64 equals the square root of 8 times 8 equals 8. 25 times 25 equals 625. Thus, the square root of 625 equals the square root of 25 times 25 equals 25. D. Determine the square root of a number. The square of a number can be determined by multiplying the number by itself. 7 squared. 7 squared equal to 7 times 7 equal 49. 2 over 3 squared. 2 over 3 squared equal to 2 over 3 times 2 over 3 equal 4 over 9. Negative 0.8 squared. Negative 0.8 squared equal to negative 0.8 times negative 0.8 equal 0.64. Example 1. Find the value of each of the following by using calculator. 57 squared. Press 5. 7 squared equal 3,249. Negative 5 over 9 squared. Press open bracket. Negative 5 symbol of fraction. 9 close bracket square equal 25 over 81. 2.68 squared. Press 2.68 squared equal 7.1824. E. Determine the square root of a number. The square root of a number can be determined without using calculator if the number is a perfect square. The square root of 225. 225. 545. 5 5 9. 5 5 3 3. 225 equal to 5 times 5 times 3 times 3 equal to 5 times 3 times 5 times 3 equal to 15 times 15. The square root of 225 equal to the square root of 15 times 15 equal 15. The square root of 196. 196 divided by 2. 98. Divide by 2. 49. Divide by 7. 7. Divide by 7. 1. 196 equal to 2 times 2 times 7 times 7 equal to 2 times 7 times 2 times 7 equal to 14 times 14. The square root of 196 equal to the square root of 14 times 14 equal 14. Example 1. Find the value of each of the following without using calculator. The square root of 27 over 75. The square root of 27 over 75. Simplify the fraction first. The square root of 9 over 25 equal to the square root of 3 over 5 squared equal to 3 over 5. The square root of 3 6 over 25. The square root of 3 6 over 25 equal to the square root of 81 over 25. Change to improper fraction first. Equal to the square root of 9 over 5 squared equal to 9 over 5 equal to 1 4 over 5. The square root of 0.64. The square root of 0.64 equal the square root of 0.8 squared, expressed as a square in terms of other decimal number, equal to 0.8. F. Determine the square root of a positive number using calculator. The square root of 78. Press square root 7 8 equal 8.83 to decimal places. The square root of 168.4. Press square root 1 6 8.4 equal 12.44 to decimal places. The square root of 3 2 over 5. Press square root 3 symbol of fraction 2 symbol of fraction 5 equal 1.84 to decimal places. G. Estimate the square and square root of a number. Estimate the value of each of the following. 38.6 squared. 38.6 is between 30 and 40. 38.6 squared is between 30 squared and 40 squared. That is, 38.6 squared is between 900 and 1600. Thus, 38.6 squared near to 1600. The square root of 75. The square root of 75 is between the square root of 64 and the square root of 81. That is the square root of 75 between 8 and 9. Thus, the square root of 75 near to 9. H generalization can be made when square roots are multiplied. The product of two equal square root numbers is the number itself. The square root of 25 times the square root of 25 equals 25. The product of two different square root numbers is the square root of the product of the two numbers. The square root of 25 times the square root of 49 equal to the square root of 25 times 49. I solve problem. Hassan has a piece of square land with an area of 625 meters squared. He planted chili plants with the total area of 49 meters square, also in a square form. He plans to use the land adjacent to the chili plants to plant corn. Calculate the length of the land with corn plant. Let X is the length of Hassan's land. Y is the length of land which planted with chili. Z is the length of land which to be planted with corn. X times X equal to 625. X squared equal to 625. X equal to the square root of 625 equal to 25 meter. Y times Y equal to 49. Y squared equal to 49. Y equal to the square root of 49 equal to 7 meter. Z equal to X minus Y equal to 25 minus 7 equal 18 meter. The length of land to be planted with corn is 18 meter. Section 2. Cubes and cubes root. A. Cubes and perfect cubes. The cube of a number is formed when the number is multiplied by itself twice. P cube equal to P times P times P. Read as P cube or cube of P is equal to P times P times P. Example, cube of 5 is 125. We write as 5 cube equal to 5 times 5 times 5 equal to 125. A perfect cube is the product of a positive integer multiplied by itself twice. Positive integer. Perfect cube. 1. 1 times 1 times 1 equal 1. 2. 2 times 2 times 2 equal 8. 3. 3 times 3 times 3 equal 27. 4. 4 times 4 times 4 equal 64. B. Determine whether a number is a perfect cube. A perfect cube can be determined if the prime factors can be grouped into 3 identical groups. We can use the method of prime factorization to determine whether a number is a perfect cube. For example, determine whether 64 and 120 are perfect cube. 64, 8, 8, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 64 equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 3 prime factors can be grouped into 3 identical groups. 120, 10, 12, 2, 5, 3, 4, 2, 5, 3, 2, 2. These prime factors cannot be grouped into 3 identical groups. C. The relationship between cubes and cubes root. Cube root is the inverse of cube. 3. Cube 27. Cube root 3. We can state that the cube of 3 is 27. Thus, the cube root of 27 is 3. By using the symbol of cube root, we write 27, the symbol of cube root, equal 3. We read as cube root of 27 is 3. Example 1. Complete each of the following. 6 times 6 times 6 equal to 216. Thus, the cube root of 216 equal to the cube root of 6 times 6 times 6 equals 6. Negative 0.7 times negative 0.7 times negative 0.7 equal to negative 0.343. Thus, the cube root of negative 0.343 equal to the cube root of negative 0.7 times negative 0.7 times negative 0.7 equal negative 0.7. 2 over 3 cube equal to 8 over 27. Thus, the cube root of 8 over 27 equal to the cube root of 2 over 3 cube equal to 2 over 3. D. Determine the cube of a number. The cube of a number is a number multiplied by itself twice. 8 cubed cube equal to 8 times 8 times 8 equal 512. 3 over 7 cube. 3 over 7 cube equal to 3 over 7 times 3 over 7 times 3 over 7 equal to 21 over 343. Negative 0.9 cube. Negative 0.9 cube equal to negative 0.9 times negative 0.9 times negative 0.9 equal negative 0.729. Example 1. Find the value of each of the following using a calculator. 17 cube. Press 1, 7 cube equal 4,913. Negative 3 over 8 cube. Press open bracket negative 3 symbol of fraction 8 close bracket cube equal negative 27 over 512. 3.58 cube. Press 3.58 cube equal 45.883. E. Determine the cube root of a number. Find the value of each of the following without using a calculator. Cube root of 216. 216. 12, 18. 3, 4. 3, 6. 3, 2, 2. 3, 2, 3. 3 identical groups with the same value. Cube root of 216 equal to cube root of 6 times 6 times 6 equal 6. Cube root of 27 over 64. Cube root of 27 over 64 equal to cube root of 3 over 4 times 3 over 4 times 3 over 4 equal cube root of 3 over 4 cube equal to 3 over 4. Cube root of 0.064. Cube root of 0.064 equal to cube root of 0.4 cube equal to 0.4. F. Determine the cube root of a number using a calculator. The usage of calculator in our secondary school, we always refer to the most popular brand, Casio. In this tutorial, we also use the same brand for every lesson. To find the cube root, there is no button to represent cube root directly. We have to press Shift first, then press Cube to obtain cube root. Press Shift, Cube, we get cube root. Example 1. Determine the cube root of a number using a calculator. Cube root of 28. Press Shift cube to 8 equal 3.04 to decimal places. Cube root of 168.4. Press Shift cube 168.4 equal 5.52 to decimal places. Cube root of 3 over 5. Press Shift cube 3 symbol of fraction 3 symbol of fraction 5 equal 1.53 to decimal places. G. Estimate the cube and cube root of a number. Estimate the value of the cube and cube root of 3.8 cube. 3.8 is between 4 and 5. 3.8 cube is between 4 cube and 5 cube. That is, 3.8 cubes is between 64 and 125. Thus, 3.8 cube near to 125. The cube root of 148. 148 between perfect cubes 125 and 216. Cube root of 148 is between cube root of 125 and cube root of 216. That is, cube root of 148 is between 5 and 6. Thus, cube root of 148 near to 5. H. Solve problem. Amin has a wooden cube with the length of 8 cm. He plans to make a sculpture for his school project. The portion which to be taken out is 1/8 of the total volume of the cube. What is the volume of the sculpture made by Amin? Amin has to divide the cube into 8 portions, and each portion with the length of 4 cm. Volume of wooden cube equal to 8 cube equal 512 cm cube. Volume to be taken out equal to 4 cube equal 64 cm cube. Volume of the sculpture equal to 512 minus 64 equal 448 cm cube. The volume of the sculpture is 448 cm cube.